Hello, old lady in the mud house. Well, happy new year or whatever this crazy ride is. Um, Planning on doing a project today. It's kind of dreary and raining, yucky. So it's not going to freeze for a couple days, so I thought I'd do some mud. I've got some bottles that I want to put in the wall, so I'm going to show you a little bit how I do that. All right, well, this is the space. That I want to put the bottles in. It's in the top of the wall. I wanted to get a little light in the room, the interior. So this is in my screened-in porch. There's a roof over it, so I don't have any problems with possible rain or whatever. But as you can see, I've got a bottle already up there, and I'll show you my supplies. All right, so got my bottles. Perfect time of year to go find some really neat looking bottles. I like the square ones. They're going in a 4-inch wall, so the bigger ones are better. I got all the labels taken off. I'm also going to take off all the lids. Some are round. I have them all white this time, or clear, I mean. So I have my bottles, and I have some soil that's got some clay in it. It's already been sifted. I got my freaking dirty water. It's the bottom of the barrel. It's got a lot of algae in it. This here I've already started to mix up. It's very sticky. It's like, it's not runny at all. And you don't want it any thinner than that. I got my straw, my buckets to put my mixed, after the straw is mixed with the clay, going in the bucket, going up the ladder, and going to work around these bottles. All right, the only other tools you need are your hands. All right, I'm coming up the ladder here. All right, now I'm going to keep this board to keep the straw insulation from moving. I got boards on both sides. There's plastic here. It's all going to be removed after I finish the bottles today, after it sets up a little bit. So this bottle has handles. Here we go. And it doesn't have a lid. I took my little handy tool here. It's a little bitty saw. It's dull as a board, but it's good for digging in dirt and down in the clay. So I took this and I cut, I guess that would be a horizontal with the wall. I cut a hole, widened it out, and I'm just going to stick the neck of this bottle in that hole. That way I can alternate if I want to, with the neck up or down, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to have these handle holes are going to help hold the bottle in place, as well as a little on the back side. I do want as much glass exposed to the inside. The outside is not as important. I've actually seen some of the poor countries that they're living in metal shacks. Why, I don't know. They're extremely hot. They're really extremely dark. So they are taking 2-liter soda bottles, of all things, putting them in, cutting a hole in the tin roof and sticking them in, and it gives them light that is... the light rays come into the bottle, and because they're curved, the rays of light get bent so that they go all the way around the room, not just down in the hole. I think they put water in it too, but obviously I'm not doing that. So I'm going to put 2 bottles, and I don't think I can put 3. There's only room for 2. I still have my keyway to keep the clay from pushing in or out. That'll hold it in place. And the bottles will be totally surrounded with the clay and the straw, and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, really tight quarters, but I'll try to see if I can get this to work. Alright, so I got my straw and my clay. Yeah, the tight quarters got me, and the rubber bands on the camera didn't hold. So we're doing that again. Take some of the clay, stick it on the straw. Yeah. And probably, you know, if I had room in here and a tarp, I could throw all this stuff on the tarp and it would mash this all together. But I've only got just so much room. And I don't want these ends too much sticking out, so we'll some like an adobe brick kind of thing. A lot of straw, a lot of mud. Probably like 50-50, and want them to be able to stick together with each other too. All right, another one. Let's do another one. There was a good clump fell down in there. Probably if I had better gloves too. They're a little big. Finding gloves for women is tough. Work gloves. Work? Women do work? Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Alright, so we got these clumps, and we'll take them up on the wall and stick the couple bottles in there. Alright. Hopefully the camera will stay where it's supposed to. Alright, well, like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to have a little variety, so this bottle is face down. So I got my bucket of clumps, and I have a little tiny bucket of just mud. So, just in case I need a little extra. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this and make sure it's hooked around the keyway so that it'll stay in place. And I'm going to wrap. First I'm putting it around that keyway. Alright, and later on I'll go around the other side and do the same thing that I'm doing on this side, packing all the ends in so they stay. Alright, now I want this bottle to stay upright, and I'm going to put some more on this side. A lot of long ends. Kind of annoying. Alright, so when I go inside, I'll clean off the face of the bottle and make sure everything is tucked good around it. So I'm going to stick this like this, I guess. Something like that. And I'm getting it ready to put the other bottle in. And I'm going to have this staggered so the neck is still down. You can put them in either direction, doesn't matter. You can put them sideways. But the neck is always covered totally in the clay. I've got just, not even my finger can fit between the keyway and this. So I'm going to go ahead and put some here on the bottom, because I want that all in on the keyway as well. Okay. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to put this in there. And I'm just sitting this on here. It's going to be a little higher. In fact, let me turn that. Because after I'm all done, I'll come in here and clean the bottles. I'm packing it in there. Now I have this plywood in the back, so I'm pushing these all the way to the inside. And weaving all this together. Alright, I got all the straw that I mixed up is up here on the wall. So I'm going to take some of this other clay that I have and kind of just go around and pack it in there. And I probably want to get some more of that straw in here because I got this big hole under the bottle. And I'll come in from the other side and fix any holes. But I wanted to get down here around this edge. Yeah. And once the bottle's in and it's pretty much where you want it, I'll let it sit. I'm going to put some more in here and of course all around the top and get that all encased, all on this side. And then I'll come back with a tool and not these gloves, obviously they're a little too baggy. And put some more clay on the front, just like you would on the rest of the straw wall. So it's all flat. And then when you're done, you let it sit for, I don't know, couple, 3 weeks, depending on your drying area. Whether it's humid, you know, it's going to take a little longer. If it's not humid, it's going to dry quicker. But it'll get really firm, and then you can come back and you clean your glass and tuck the clay in around it so it looks nice. That's all there is to it. I mean, it's nice and easy. As I said, this time of year is a great time to go to the recycle place and get some nice looking bottles right after New Year's. needs a little bit more right here. And the rest of it looks pretty good. Get some, the next layer will tie in all those little loose ends. You can't put too much at one time, because it does sag a little bit without the support on both sides. But looks good. Next, gotta mix up some more. Alright, this space, I decided that if I put these two bottles next to each other as far down as I can get them, then I'll have enough room to put one more kind of squeezed in here in the middle. If I had smaller bottles, I could do that, but I don't have smaller ones, so here we go. I'm going to cut this hole. Okay. And I just kind of move the straw with my fingers. Okay, I think that might be deep enough. Not even close. Omar. Well, it probably is deep enough. It's just not wide enough. Get that bottleneck down in there. And fingers are getting tired. Alright, let's try that. Alright, so push these. It's awful freaking tight, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. I could put these two at an angle a little bit sideways. I mean, the sky is wide and open for whatever you want to do and however it wants you want to make it look. And it's my house. I'll do how I like it. Go. This side. And when I take these boards off, I'll fill any holes with some more straw and pack this in there. Okay, this will be part one. And then when I'm ready to finish, you know, put the last coat on, make it all pretty, I'll have part two, which will take a couple weeks. No, maybe longer, because I don't want to be out here in the freezing cold. It is January after all. Alright. A little more back here. I'm packing it in around those keyways, and then I'll worry about all the stragglers after I get this other bottle in. Alright, I'm going to kind of lay a little cushion of straw on the tops of these two, so when I stick the other bottle in, they're not grinding glass on glass. Yeah, maybe I'm not. fit in there before. Ah, there we go. Lost my cushion on this side. There we go. Just a little bit of straw in between. And then when I go around the other side, obviously I have to pack behind this one. Well, let me get just a little bit behind the neck here because it's trying to tip. And there, that's better. Yeah, that was my head. Okay. Yeah, a little more complicated. I'll come in here with some more clay because this doesn't quite have enough. Oh, here's some at the bottom. There we go. That was nice. A little bit too much straw and not enough clay. There's a clay blob. Kind of pack that all in there. Okay. The bottles are done. They're dry, and I removed all the boards on the inside and the outside. And I will put up a second video to show you how to finish that. And I just have had some technical difficulties and not feeling well. So I started this in January, and it's now what, April. So this was a long video. So you have a great day, and check for part 2.